This program is made possible by Anthem Medicaid. Anthem Medicaid is with you every step of the way. And Kentucky Legend, your everyday tradition. Hello everybody, my name is Randy Lanham, your host for VolunTour Kentucky. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Today we're here at the Ohio County Food Pantry. You're going to learn all about this great food pantry, but hopefully it'll teach you some more about other food pantries all around the state of Kentucky and the world. There's food pantries all over and you need to get connected and volunteer today. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Sometimes we move so fast, life passes by, we soon regret not giving up more time for those that need a helping hand, a friend to see. Come take a trip with me, VolunTour Kentucky, VolunTour Kentucky.
So Becky, thank you so much for being on the show today. I'm so excited to be here at the Ohio County Food Pantry. Now you do a lot of things here. What all do you do?
A little bit of everything. Everybody pitches in, but I do all the administrative tasks.
Which is probably keeps you pretty busy, I imagine.
Very busy. We get donations from churches, individuals, businesses, and civic groups in Ohio County. So there's all of the deposits to make and bills to pay. I handle the volunteer coordination. So we have groups that want to volunteer.
How many volunteers does it take to run this place?
We have a regular contingent of volunteers of about 35 people.
Wow, and you have to coordinate all of that.
I do, but they're pretty easy to train. Once you get them trained in something, they know their job and they do it. But that's just my core Wednesday night, Saturday volunteers, and my backpack drivers. We also have various groups that'll come in once a month. Feeding America is where we get our food, most of our foodstuffs. And once a month we have a truck. The Ohio County Road Department, and under the judge executive of the county, they actually send a crew to Elizabethtown, pick up a semi-load of food and bring it back to us.
Wow. A semi-load of food.
It is a flatbed
and so
truck.
they pull up out here
Yeah.
and like you gotta have the big crew obviously to unload that.
We do. So it kind of varies. It depends on the time of the year, but that truck might be like 26 pallets of food.
Wow, that's incredible.
That includes backpacks. We might have 3 to 5 pallets of backpacks for the school kids.
Yeah.
Senior commodities, we do that here, and there's usually 3 to 4 pallets of senior commodities. And then the rest is just foodstuffs. So what we do is during the school year, we have been blessed to have some teachers in the agricultural shop and the machine shops. They will bring a busload of a class down here on the day that the truck comes. And so we use youth volunteers.
Man, what a great idea.
Yes.
So that is not only getting the volunteers that you need for the food pantry, that is also teaching our youth how to give back and how to serve in the community.
Yes.
I love that idea.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So the first September will be the first new crew this school year. And when the new crew comes in, we have to train them.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it. You have to train them to stack the boxes neatly. But usually when they get here and they see the truck, they say, "This is not all going to fit inside." And we say, "Yep, it will." But we do that during the school year, and then in the summer, if the school's not in, or sometimes in the school year they might have a different function where they can't come down here. So then we'll have a crew. Atmos Energy is very generous about sending a crew of men to come unload. Rice Drugs in Beaver Dam, they will send a crew any month I ask, and they'll come down here. So they usually get the summer months when it's super hot.
Yeah.
And that's not so much fun, but they do it, and they're laughing and smiling.
That's cool. They step up, even though it's hot and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sometimes it's church groups of youth. If I have a church that calls and says, "Got anything for my youth to do?" I'll take down their information. Might be 6 months before I can call them, but I'll say, "Can you bring a group on this day?" And we're going to work hard for about 3 hours.
Right.
So that's when Feeding America, when we get our truck, which is most of our food, Then we're open every Wednesday night and once a month on Saturday. My Wednesday night crew is regular. They're the same folks. They know what they're doing. They come in, they do their job. Usually I don't get here until after work, and they've already lined it out.
Yeah.
Then
That's great. You can depend on those people then.
They're amazing.
They're going to show up. They're going to get it done. That's
they
great.
are amazing. Their heart's in it, you know. Saturday, and the reason we're open one Saturday a month is mainly for senior citizens, especially in the winter. They can't see at night to drive.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure we're open at time they can get here.
Yes.
So Saturdays, my regular crews do not want to be here.
Yeah.
They're like, count me out. I'll do Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Weekends are busy. So then I always have the assistant pastor at my church sets up a schedule for a year, and we have youth groups come in. Sometimes now it's starting to be adults. The adults want in on the fun that the kids are having.
Sure.
But we
So
have
you join the youth too?
Yeah.
The youth and the adults work together?
sometimes they do. Sometimes it's just youth, or sometimes maybe it's just adults.
But your church is covering that Saturday. It's
Yeah.
covering those Saturdays a lot of times. Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
And it's all denominations across the county. I even have a church in Owensboro that comes over here. So it's just everybody knows they're doing something, you know, and we feel like we're working for the Lord. So
Yes.
that's exactly what they come in here for. And everybody's laughing and having a good time.
Yeah. Man, it feels good to serve. It feels
It
good.
does.
We're called to serve, called to love one another.
Yes.
It's good to serve and be able to hang out with friends and family and do it together, right?
Right.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just that you learn to appreciate where you live
Yes.
and the community you're in. When people find out you have a need, they respond. Like you said, Feeding America is phenomenal. We couldn't do it without them. They're great.
Yeah.
Ohio County School System, the best staff. They are so good to work with. The resource coordinators in the schools, you know, it's a system of give and take.
Yes.
And you learn that the more you're able to take in and share, you know, the better off everybody is. Your whole community, you've made it healthier.
Yeah. That's great.
It is great. And then, you know, there's nothing like delivering a box to a car and
Yeah.
having a senior citizen or a little kid be so excited because you just, you know, gave
Yeah.
them that. So
Yeah.
it's an appreciation of who we are, where we are, being in a community.
Well, it sounds like you are a huge blessing to the community, to Ohio County in general, all the great things you do. I want to say thank you very much.
Thank
and thank you
you.
for your time. I learned a whole lot.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get busy here in a little bit and do some of the volunteering myself.
We'll put you to work.
All right. Thanks, Becky. Chris, thank you so much for meeting me down here at the Ohio County Food Pantry today.
Thank you, Randy.
Now, you're the director here, which means you got a lot of things that you probably do. Why don't we
We do.
get an overview of the Ohio County Food Pantry?
Ohio County Food Pantry really covers a lot of different bases. Not only do we do the monthly food distribution for people who qualify for the program, but we also do a backpack program for school students. While kids are in school, every Friday they can pick up a backpack, take home. They'll have food on the weekend to get them across the weekend. While schools are not in session, we do a summer feeding program. The group that we have providing the hands and the feet to do the work are just awesome. We have some great local churches who love to come out, and they're literally jumping in line to be here.
Yeah.
We have them booked out for months and months now. So
Man, that's great. You know,
yes,
we're called
absolutely.
to serve. And
Absolutely.
that's great that the local churches are getting on board and helping
Absolutely.
out with
We are our parent company actually is a local church company, if you will, but we operate under their 501c3 as a nonprofit organization, and I'm just so proud to say that most of our support comes from the local church.
Now, what if a group wanted to, maybe if they didn't have money necessarily to donate to this cause? I would think that food pantries all around the state or anywhere in the country maybe have canned food drives.
Absolutely.
So if a school or a business or a church or somebody wanted to do a canned food drive, would that help you all out as well?
Absolutely, it certainly does. As a matter of fact, we have a couple of 4-H clubs and Cub Scout dens who have come together and held a canned food drive. They do it at Walmart or Rice Drugs or wherever they may set up. but they have been very, very religious and forthcoming in doing those things as community projects.
What would you tell a person? They're out there watching this show right now. They're a little bit hesitant, maybe like, well, you know, I don't know. Do I want to go volunteer at a food pantry? What would you encourage them? How would you encourage them?
I would say that most pantries are probably like ours, and ours is a very family-oriented and friendly environment.
I've already heard lots of laughing and cutting up in here.
Yes. You will hear that every time here.
And even if they're not family, I bet you feel like family here.
You do. You come a couple of times and you're hooked.
Well, y'all have already made me feel like family, so I appreciate that.
Well, that's good. That's good. I tell people when they come here to volunteer the first time or two that I challenge them to come here in a bad mood and leave in a bad mood.
Yeah.
They can't do it.
Yeah.
Because once you help somebody and you do something good for somebody else, that automatically lifts your spirits.
Well, when we're called to do that, you know, it feels
That's
good,
right.
don't it?
Absolutely.
When we do it,
Absolutely.
when we're called to do that.
Absolutely.
Anything else you'd like to add, Chris?
You know, I just encourage people to, you know, to not be judgmental. We get a lot of folks through here, and they're in a situation they're in. A lot of them by no choice of their own, by no action of their own. It could easily be me, you, anybody else. So I just encourage people to lift one another up and look at one another in the best light possible.
Yeah.
Because we're all made of the same thing, flesh and bones, so
Yeah.
we're all the same people.
Absolutely.
That's all I would say.
Well, I just want to say personally, thanks for everything you all do here in Ohio County and all the other places that you're helping.
My pleasure.
I can't wait to be able to go and do some of the volunteering here today.
Let's
All
go.
right. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry, Vicki, thank you all so much for meeting me here today. We're here at the Ohio County Food Pantry, and you all are faithful volunteers here, is that right?
Yes.
Now tell us about what you do.
We
Probably
stock.
do a little bit of everything, don't you?
Yeah, usually what Becky tells us to do.
But what are we doing right now?
Normally we stock the boxes that are on the shelf out here, and the crew out there carries it out to the people that are here to pick it up.
I tell you
Put them
what,
on the shelf.
I just before we get started here, I just want to thank you both for your service and serving. I know we're
We
here in
enjoy it
Ohio
so
County,
much.
but you're an inspiration to a lot of folks. So tell me, I'm in training now, and I want
Okay.
to learn what to do. What are we going to do?
We're gonna fill up these 1-2 boxes.
See these
1-2 boxes?
and see these little tags on the shelf?
Uh-huh.
That is what you're required to put in this box.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, you get all that in there. If you got a little more room, you can put a few more things in there if you so desire.
One of each.
Yes. Well, no. Two.
Two. Okay.
green
I
One
got
salmon,
you.
one peanut butter.
So he
okay.
starts here.
So if you
I
step
go
right
down
here.
and I meet him halfway, and that way we can get them boxes filled up even
Okay,
faster.
so you're going to start there, so I can go and I can help you down here?
Yes.
All right, let's go. So,
We're gonna do
one cereal, okay, gotcha.
one juice,
One juice.
set it on here.
All right.
One milk, one potato, one mac and cheese, and you'll notice we have 2 peas
2 peas, I'll grab them.
and 2 peaches. And then
Got
we'll have
those.
pinto beans.
Oh, okay.
You got 2 boxes.
So we wheel this
Oh, we
back.
got 2 boxes.
You got 2 boxes.
Okay, so this would go in one,
Yes.
correct? And then what we would do is take this back and
And get it
grab
and
enough
get another one.
for kind of like stacking hay, probably, ain't it? You probably got a certain way that you put that in there.
Oh yes.
Start.
And that's a good analogy there, stacking hay.
Now, okay, well, you've already, I was going to help, but she's already got it all. So, all right, this is box number 2. I bet you the longer you do that, the better you get it, that putting that stuff in that box.
A lot of this, and surprisingly enough, depends on the size and shape of the box.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
And a lot of it, the way you put it in the box, depends
So this is some extra. All right, so we got a few extra here.
on
Split that up. There we go.
whether you're going to stack something on top of the box.
these egg boxes because we have limited shelf space out there. I usually don't go above that because I'll stack another box on top of that.
So this is just a couple of the boxes. I wonder how many, once you get up here with us, how many different boxes do you all do? Do you even know how many?
In order for them
To get started.
to not have to fill up boxes during what we call a give out night.
Right.
I usually try to have 70 1-2 boxes,
Woo!
at least 23 4s, 15 5-6s, and at least 4 7-8s. And they will still
That's
every
a
now they will
lot.
still every now and then have to fill up a 5-6 or a 3-4.
Yeah. But you're way ahead of them. You get it. Y'all prepare a long time
Yes,
ahead.
yes.
Oh, yes.
We do.
Well, thank you for the training and showing us how this works. And I appreciate your heart, both of your hearts to
Thank
serve.
you.
And thanks
Thank
for
you.
helping.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yvonne, thank you so much for meeting me here today. I tell you, at the Ohio County Food Pantry, now I'm learning all kinds of stuff about a food pantry that I had no idea all the work that goes in to a place like this. So what are you teaching me how to do? What do we get to do right now?
Today we're going to take these numbers, or every Wednesday when we're open, we take these numbers and give them to the people that come.
Okay.
And then they go in and get their food. There's a number window up there that tells them what number we're operating on, and that's the number that they go in on and sign and get their food.
Okay. So as they pull in here and line up, we get to give them a number.
Right.
All right. Well, let's give out some numbers. Okay.
Okay.
So you've already given out some numbers.
Yes,
So
yes.
we're going to play some catch up, right?
Yeah, we're catching up.
All right.
We're going to start with this Mazda right here.
All right.
Are you going to hand them the number?
Sure, you show me what to do.
Okay, okay.
They're familiar with you.
Okay. The first question I'll ask them is how many households they're getting groceries for, because they have to have
Okay.
a number for each household.
Okay.
So how many households? One. Okay. Here we go.
All right.
So they're them, and then we'll go to this next car back
All
behind
right.
them. Some people are picking up for their parents if they're elderly and can't get out, or their moms or dads or someone that's sick. So that's the reason we ask the households.
Okay.
Okay, how many households are you picking up for? 2. 71, 72. Thank you.
All right.
So
So that's
this is
simple
how
enough.
It goes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
This
That's
is my
gotta
job,
be,
and
but
it's
it's got
hot.
to be done.
It's
yeah.
hot in the summer and cold
It
in the winter.
is. Yeah, I imagine. But it's got to be done, right?
Uh-huh. One household? Okay.
All right.
And then we're going to go over to this row.
Okay. Whoa, back over here.
Okay, wait, I think
Oh,
we're right
back
here.
over here. We're gonna dance.
We'll do a
Square dance.
square dance here.
All right.
How many households, sir?
Just one.
Just one? Okay.
All right.
I think my numbers got out of order. Okay.
All right. What number are you on? Let me give it one a try now.
Okay. Ask them how many households.
And that's how many I give, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How many households? One? All right, there you go. Thank you. We keep going.
Yeah, and this one
We
right
got
here. Yeah.
this one right here.
Uh-huh.
How many households?
Just one, sir.
One? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then the next one would be over in this row.
Okay. Jumping back over here.
We do 3 and 3 because we have awning up there, and there's 3 cars that get waited on in each one of the rows.
Oh, I
So
see.
We
I
do
see.
3 in each row.
Oh, I see. How many households? 3? 4. 4. Okay. There you go. All right. Thank you. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. And then this car right here.
All right. How many households?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
There you go, sir.
And if you didn't get this
Is that
one, you
it?
go back over to this one.
All right. Be the last one in the line right now, right? How many households? One? There you go. Thank you, sir. Well, now that's fun. So you get to, like you said, I bet sometimes it's hot in the summer,
Yeah.
a little bit humid out here right now, cold in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But do you love doing it?
Yeah, I do.
I
This
bet.
is my family, away from my family.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you? I bet you bonded with not only the volunteers, but probably a lot of the folks that come
Oh,
down
yeah.
here.
Amen,
That's awesome. Love serving?
yeah. Uh-huh, yes I do.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate it
Randy.
very much. Thanks for the training. It was fun. I'll give
Come
you your
back
numbers back.
anytime.
I will. I will. Thank you very much.
You can work with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Flapjaw, right?
Yeah.
Is that your nickname? Okay,
Yes.
what is your first name?
KALEB.
Caleb, but everybody calls you Flapjaw.
Flapjaw.
Why do they call you Flapjaw?
I talk so much. That's just my personality. If you've met me, you know that I talk a lot.
Well, hey, I'm okay with you talking. Right now, I want you to teach me. I want to become a volunteer here. So I understand you've been volunteering since Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
This year.
All right, so you've been at it for a little while.
Yeah.
So why is it that a young boy like yourself wants to volunteer? Why do you do it?
Well, I drove by here one day with my aunt, my great aunt, and I saw all my friends had volunteered there for Beta Club, and I was like, I kind of want to volunteer. I mean, help out the community. Why not?
Yeah.
So, my dad is an electrician, and he was helping out here one day, and I asked, when are your hours of service? And I asked if I could come the next Wednesday, and they said yes. So, here I am.
Awesome. What would you say to other youth? Maybe somebody out there young like yourself is looking, saying, man, you know, I'm kind of curious about volunteering. I don't know, though, if I want to do that or not. What would you say to other youth about volunteering?
Volunteering is really fun. It's a really good experience, and I just love it. So just don't be afraid to ask. Ask them what their hours are, if you're allowed to volunteer. It's really fun. Don't be afraid to ask.
That's awesome. All right, so we're going to grab one of these boxes, and we're going to unpack it into these boxes. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to grab one of these. All right, so what do I do? Just sit her down here?
Sit it down right there.
All right.
We're gonna get this knife and cut it open.
Okay. All right, and we got some different things in here. So I see that the Star Kiss is gonna go over here. Right, we're gonna drop that in there.
Yes.
Oh, there's a bunch of that, I see.
There's quite a bit of it.
Here, I'm gonna hand this off to you. Got it?
There's raisins, there's little pastries, Pringles.
Yeah. So where the Pringles go?
We cut the Pringles open, and then we just dump them in here.
In there. Okay, I got you. Let's see, there's the raisins go in this box, I see.
Yes.
All these pastries go in here. And here's a couple more of these that go in here. And then I'm going to take a wild guess that all of these are going to go right into this box right here, right?
They do.
And then we got one other box there.
This, it was in a
Some more
previous
Pringles?
box, yes.
Okay. We're going to take the empty boxes and just kind of set them over here.
Set them right here, and we will break those down
Okay.
and send them to recycling.
Okay, that's good, recycling.
We have a company that comes and picks them up every Wednesday before we start.
Okay. Two more, and that's it.
And then all these go right here.
All right, Flapjaw, turn back around here for me. Thank you for teaching me what it is that you do, and thank you for your encouragement to all the youth out there watching about volunteering.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you having a servant's heart and
Thank
serving.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Steve, thank you so much, buddy, for being willing to come here and share a great story. I know the Ohio County Food Pantry does so much for the community around here.
Yes,
and
sir.
now you're here today on behalf of your brother.
Yes,
so
sir.
Can you tell us about that?
My brother, he's fat, home ridden right now. He's got critical COPD real bad. He's got just one hip socket, which he was born with a lot of that. And so without this here, and he wouldn't get much because he draws a small chair.
Right.
And this here's really helped him out since we found out about it and got him.
What a blessing it is to have this
Amen to
food
that.
pantry, right?
Amen to that. This has been a blessing, I know, not just for my brother, but other people I know throughout the county.
Right.
Because some of them wouldn't eat if it wasn't for this.
Yeah.
And I mean, in our day and time now, it's hard for people to think that there'd be anybody going hungry, but we got people that's hungry here and let alone.
Yeah, all around the world. So
Yeah.
what about the volunteers that work here and around the other food pantries all over the country? What would you say to them? These folks that give of their time?
I'm saying they're the unsung heroes. The firemen, the policemen, and EMTs, they're the sung heroes. But all these volunteers are the unsung ones because they're the ones spending their time, donating time and stuff just to help people out.
Right. What would you say to encourage people around? Some people might be watching this thinking, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to volunteer or not at a food pantry. What would you say to them?
Well, the only thing I could really tell them is you never know when you might be in that situation where you'd be wanting somebody that's willing to volunteer just to spend a few minutes to hand you something.
Right.
And because you just don't know the blessing my brother tells me that he gets from this and stuff, because like I said, between his medicines and going to doctors and stuff, there'd be sometimes he might not would eat but one meal a day, if that much, you know.
Right. But thanks to this food pantry, he's taken care of.
Yeah, that's helps him out a whole lot, and he gives him a little bit extra money to spend for medicine or whatever he needs, and it's just a blessing to the whole community, and not just Ohio County, but the way I understand it spreads out to 2 or 3 counties.
Yes, I understand they help a lot of folks.
Yes, they do, and I say kudos to the volunteers.
Amen.
They need more good old Christian people like they are.
Yeah, thank the Lord for people that like to serve, right?
Amen to that.
And help us folks out. I hear
Amen
you.
to that,
Thank
brother.
you so much for your time. I appreciate it very
Anytime.
much.
Y'all be careful and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today here at the Ohio County Food Pantry. Listen, there's food pantries all over the place. In your community right now, people need you. Volunteer today. Get out there and make a difference. We can all do it together. Thanks for watching. This program is made possible by Anthem Medicaid. Anthem Medicaid is with you every step of the way. And Kentucky Legend, your everyday tradition.